I have a relatively dirty solution of sodium hydroxide and carbonate, which I used in my electrolysis rig. Now it got contaminated and stuff, but it is still a good solution to some extent for use in this next experiment, since most of the hydroxide is turned into carbonate and everything. I'm gonna guess that the concentration is around 50%. You can see I have built a filter out of just like a old sock and a cut in half bottle made of HDPE plastic, which is like the most chemically resistant stuff you can get for a cheap price. And now I'm going to take this dirty solution and filter magnesium sulfate, which is basically just Epsom salt. This is the hydrate. It really doesn't matter if you use anhydrous or hydrous. I'd suggest just like Epsom salt, which is the hydrous, because that's like way cheaper. And we're gonna just like heat it up. I'm just gonna use my Keurig to add a lot of hot water to it. Stir the mixture until all of the magnesium sulfate dissolved, pretty much. Unfortunately, it smells kind of like coffee and it's kind of yellow because I used my coffee maker to get the liquid really hot. I really don't care because my other mixture is pretty contaminated too, so I'm going to have to clean it anyway. Basically just using an ice bath to get the mixture nice and cool. And I'm probably going to dump out a little bit. Okay, so now I've got these two mixtures. This thing, which is still filtering, I added a little bit extra water since there was some excess hydroxide. And this mixture of Epsom salt. And let's see what happens when we mix the two chemicals. Okay. Now I'm going to put this filter to the side or whatnot. Okay, so we've got this stuff, which is the sodium hydroxide, and then we've got the Epsom salt. And let's watch what happens when we mix them. Look at that precipitate forming. Look at that. Awesome chemical reaction. What is that stuff, huh? I know, but you guys might not. One sec, let me just wait for a while. Yeah, look at that. That is calcium hydroxide and carbonate, and the liquid is sodium sulfate. So yeah, sodium sulfate is what I want to use in my next hydrolysis experiment instead of sodium bicarbonate baking soda, because of a cool byproduct that it forms that I can make if I use a special cathode. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for the rest of this to form. Actually, screw that. I'm just gonna mix it directly in. Okay, now we're gonna start filtering the mixture. Didn't use any exact ratios, but I wish I did. But there really wasn't any way, because I'm not sure how much sodium bicarbonate and how much hydroxide versus how much hydroxide was in the mixture. So I really couldn't have anyway. But anyway, oh yeah, now I'm filtering the solution. And I'll come back to you when it's done filtering. Yeah, this is going to be my new electrolysis mixture, which is filtering. Now, I'm icing it because the magnesium sulfate, which I used in excess, will hopefully fall out of solution because of the ice, so yeah. So I let the filter run for a while, and it filtered out the majority of the distillate. Yeah, and that is what is left. The solution of calcium hydroxide is a little dirty since I mixed it with my solution of sodium hydroxide was dirty, but it did actually clean up the solution of sodium hydroxide. So yeah, I might just dump this out. Although then again, I might actually keep it, considering the fact that I kind of do want a solution of this stuff for my collecting the elements video. Okay, so in short, I emptied it out and into another enclosure, and the distillate was stuck to the bottom of the other enclosure, so I just cleaned it off in the dishwasher, and yeah, so new precipitate formed. But anyway, I am using it in my electrolysis experiment, which you will see in a future video. This specific electrolysis experiment is one that I've been wanting to do for a long time. And, yeah, I might actually put out other videos before then, like my plant video update. But, I have been documenting this electrolysis rig, so hope you enjoyed and see you in the next video.